started working with my co-founder, Bridget Lau, to found Firework more than a year ago. We both had been investing in and around human capital for a number of years. Bridget had been a GP and co-founder at Social Capital, and then myself at Firework Ventures. And a few things I would say that influenced us in terms of founding a new fund is one, our thesis is focused on what we call human-centered future of work, which is what are the technology-supported supports and services that can help people thrive in a rapidly changing economy. I'm sure you all hear people talk about future of work all the time, especially given COVID, lots of market maps showing all your Zoom extensions, et cetera. But what we think about is actually what's helping people in that transition. For me, a lot of that thesis started when I was teaching. So I actually taught prior to business school. I did Teach for America in the Bronx. And it was there that I got excited about technology as a way of addressing some of the challenges I was seeing, both in my classroom, but also outside of my classroom. Like, what are the things that are actually changing trajectories for people? What actually contributes to upward mobility? And so that kind of the early seeds of that thesis that go back to my classroom days. The other piece of this human-centered approach is it's how we look at the market that we invest in, but it's also how we work with founders and how we work as a team. So we believe what's core to the future of work is actually helping people, thrive at work. And so one of the things that we do is work on helping our founders get connected with the right sets of coaches and other supports they might need as they're scaling their company. That also includes a focus on culture. We work with an advisor specifically on helping companies at the early stage develop their culture. And that's also why we lead rounds. We're doing this from the board perspective primarily. So really hands-on with companies. And that same approach we take to our fund. So in terms of thinking about what creates a healthy culture, what creates healthy partnerships in venture, Bridget and I from the earliest days have invested in coaching for our firm, for ourselves. And we believe the other piece of like kind of this future work that goes through our thesis and how we operate is thinking that we believe the future of work is more diverse. It has more women in leadership roles, has more women writing checks into the venture community. It plays out in who gets funded. Of our portfolio, 50% have a female co-founder, or 60% rather, a female co-founder or CEO. My previous fund had one woman. So, it's one of those things that we believe that this notion of human-centered future work is just the market we invest in. It's how we work with founders, and it's also how we operate as a firm.